It's another morning run, this time to Pirrama Park near Darling Harbour. This is the view I get from the edge of the park, Harbour Bridge. I feel like every park that I run to in the morning makes me just love Sydney even more. I think because Sydney has such an open area, they can afford to have a lot of parks, and the parks with a lot of open space, which makes for a really relaxing and really nice place to live. It's kind of hard to get that in San Francisco. Back in Darling Harbour. Now I find out what the 100,000 sign is for. It's for getting 100,000 Facebook likes. Yay! Just went to Flower and Stone for some delicious croissant. Seems like a nice place to eat my croissant. Hey guys, so let me give you a little tour of my hostel room in Sydney. This is Railway Square, YHA. This is a 4-share bedroom, so you have 2 beds here, bunk beds, and then a bunk bed here, and my bed is at the bottom. So this is my bed. They give you sheets and a comforter, and there's a light by the head of the bed, and I've set up a little clothesline next to my bed so I can dry my clothes, because they can't go in the dryer because they're travel clothes. And then I have just a lot of stuff next to my bed. It's kind of messy, but it's more convenient than putting it in a locker, and I only need to sleep, on one side of this bed anyway, so it's really easy. There are lockers here. There's 4 lockers. This is my locker. They have a little rod to hang your stuff on. It's a good sized locker to put your luggage and stuff, so it's pretty cool. There's you bring your own lock, and then there's a mirror in the corner. The weird thing about this room is that the only outlet is there. Fortunately, my bed is right next to the outlet, so I put in an extension cord. I bought an extension cord to just put it around my bed, and then just hung it up right next to my bed, so it's super convenient for me to charge my stuff. It's not so convenient for other people, but yeah, this is my room for the past 3 weeks. At first it was kind of weird and kind of uncomfortable because previous guests were kind of dirty and they just left a lot of their stuff here. I've cleaned it up a little bit, and I've sort of made it a little my own space a little bit, so it's much more comfortable. But yeah, that's my room. Hey guys, today is January 26th, or as Australians know, it's Australia Day. I am tempted to say Happy Australia Day, but after being here for a few weeks and learning about the history of Australia Day, saying happy or celebrate might not be the best word for everyone in this country. Basically, people spend Australia Day sort of like the 4th of July in the States, but it's actually, historically, it's more like Columbus Day. So January 26th is the day that the first fleet of British ships arrived in New South Wales in Australia and raised the British flag. So that's where Australia Day comes from. But for some people, the Aboriginal people, for example, it is a day that symbolizes the invasion of the British, which is why they call it Invasion Day or Survival Day, because it represents the day of the British invasion of the land of Aborigines. Like I said, it is similar to Columbus Day in the States, where the Native Americans were pretty much invaded by Europeans. I planned my trip to Sydney in Australia partly because I wanted to spend Australia Day here, but that was before I know a little bit more about the history of it. But regardless, I think I am still going to try to spend it just like how most Australians do here. So today there are a couple of events around the city. One of the events is here in Victoria Park, the Yabun Festival. which is where the Aboriginal people showcase their culture and what it means to them on Australia Day. The other two are in Darling Harbour and the Rocks in Circular Quay. Yeah, today will be a pretty eventful day.
Is the national, international and the state-based law systems that we've got to work within and work with, which is sadly challenging and undermining, I would say, local land rights. Where we have the local land councils as the rep bodies for all Aboriginal people in this state, now unfortunately going to consultations with government.
So I just checked out the Yabun Festival. You can definitely see a strong presence of the Aboriginal culture there. It's a little bit different from the Native Americans in the States. It's very powerful and important to have events like this. Next stop, Darling Harbour. Now, I am not making fun of the hat because it's actually pretty smart, but it looks kind of strange. I'm back on Pirrama Bridge in Darling Harbour. It's really cool for holidays where people just come here and, you know, relax and spend their time. It's getting pretty hot, so I'm gonna get some ice cream. Hi, yeah, can I get it? So I pretty much reached the end of Darling Harbour, so now I am heading to the Rocks near Circular Quay to see what's going on. So on my way to the Circular Quay, I found this area called Barangaroo Reserve. There's probably an event over here, and it's pretty cool. A lot of green area. So I guess there was a cardboard building workshop for the kids, and now it's over, and the kids are just collapsing the cardboard.
Fire gun, all we need is a body to lead us. What we do, we get up. We need.
I am on top of the Barangaroo Reserve near Darling Harbour. This is like an amazing area. Just check this out. There's just open grass on the elevated space, and you can see like a lot. You can see the waters into Sydney, and you can get a glimpse of the bridge over there. Also, when I went running a few days ago, I was at the Pirrama Park, which is right over there, right under the bridge over there, the green space, looking over to the Harbour Bridge, and this is what I see, the terraced green space area. Guys, check out this view. That's just absolutely gorgeous. I kind of spent a little bit more time in Barangaroo Reserve because it's just a really gorgeous place. But now I'm heading to the rocks. Hey, also check this out. I'm at Pier 1 or 2 of the 5 Finger Wharf, and that's the view of the Harbour Bridge. It just gets better and better. I am at Circular Quay right now. It looks like people are just hanging out, not at the rocks yet, but let's see what's going on over there. So it looks like some of the street vendors are already packing up, but there's still plenty of people just hanging out, just having a good time. Thank you. Thanks. So I just went inside the Gili Cafe. I got an iced chocolate. I don't know what iced chocolate is, but it's actually just like a hot chocolate, but cold. It's kind of cool. It also has ice cream in it. That's probably how to make it cold. So there was a concert here, and I just missed it. Now it's over. People are leaving. So now that the event at the Rocks is over, I'm going to head back to Darling Harbour and wait until the fireworks. Making my way to Darling Harbour. I'm feeling a little bit of drizzle, but from the look of the sky, it's not going to be a big deal, hopefully. I'm back in Darling Harbour, Pirrama Bridge. The sky is sort of cleared up. It's not raining anymore. So today has been a pretty chill day, even though I wanted to be in 3 places throughout the day. But there were a couple of meetups that I could have gone on, but they sort of go out of the city. I feel like I should be in just like crowds of people in order to feel the presence of Australia Day. So it worked out pretty well actually, just for me to just wander around the city through different venues for activities. And I feel like there's that beauty of traveling alone where I can just decide last minute whether to join a group or just go my own way. And today is a really good example of doing just that. Like, I enjoy the option of joining a group, but I also reserve the other option of just going by myself.
Embrace the opportunity to engage with their local Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities and culture.
Ladies and gentlemen, please thank our official party tonight on the VIP stage. His Excellency General, the Honourable David Hurley.
Five breath and the man who bustles. 6'4", full of muscles.
He graduated with a Bachelor of Commerce degree from the University of Adelaide. Waleed is originally from Pakistan, and he loves Australia for its cultural diversity, better way of life, and friendly people. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight at Darling Harbour, please welcome a new Aussie, Waleed Zafar.
Standing in an Anzac Day parade, and I get it when the anthem of my native land is played, and I get it when Greg Inglis makes a Kiwi crunching run, and when Hussey grits his teeth to score a really gutsy ton, and when Gilmore won the surfing crown, well, the rashes were true blue. So tell me, Doc, I questioned, am I really gonna die? He broke into a smile before he looked me in the eye. As he fumbled with his stethoscope and pushed it out of reach, he wiped away a tear, and then he gave this stirring speech. He said, from the beaches up in Queensland to the sweeping shores of Broome, on the harbour banks of Sydney where the waratahs in bloom, From Uluru at sunset to the mighty Tasman Sea, in the Adelaide cathedrals at the roaring MCG.
Wasn't that unbelievable? Make some noise for Sneaky Sound System up there.
So the fireworks are over now, and I'm now waving the crowds again to get out of here. So I waited a bit before leaving just to let the crowds go a little bit more. But now I am trying to head to get some food, and I'm walking through Chinatown right now, where the crowd sort of like moves into now. So I'm in Thai Town right now, and I am going to get a little snack because I don't think I can get a whole meal. It's kind of late right now, so I just want to get a little snack. So I got my Thai snacks, and now I'm heading back to the hostel. My legs are pretty tired. I'm ready to head to bed. A lot of things happened today, but all in all, it's very enjoyable. I got to learn a little bit more about the Australian history and culture, but it was pretty fun. I think it's a good way to end my time in Sydney before I do a little tour around Australia. Okay, I am back at the hostel. It is around 11:40 at night. It is raining outside, but the forecast that says it's partly cloudy. Haymarket is in this neighborhood, even like Sydney, you know, there's no rain forecasted. And also this afternoon, there was no rain forecasted, but it was raining. But now, see, look outside, it's raining, which proves that the app is, or the weather forecast is not really super accurate, or that Sydney's weather is just totally weird.